All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I am Meenakshi Sant and with me is Subhadra Ramachandran. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reviews COVID-19 situation in country, asks officials to augment testing, number of beds and services to handle peak of pandemic. Home Minister Amit Shah to hold meeting with Delhi Lieutenant Governor and Chief Minister to discuss corona crisis in national capital. Loss of smell and taste included as new symptoms of coronavirus. Institute of Company Secretaries postpones its June session examinations till August. Monsoon enters Maharashtra and Bihar after covering entire Odisha and Jharkhand. Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a detailed meeting with senior ministers and officials yesterday to review India's response to the COVID-19 pandemic. The meeting reviewed the national level status and preparation in the context of the pandemic. It took stock of the situation in different states and union territories, including Delhi. The meeting was attended by the Home Minister, Health Minister, Principal Secretary to the Prime Minister, Cabinet Secretary, Health Secretary, DG ICMR and other officials of the empowered groups. Dr. Vinod Paul, Niti Aayog member and convener of the empowered group of Medical Emergency Management Plan, made a detailed presentation on the current status and likely scenario of COVID-19 cases in the medium term. The members noted that 2/3 of the total cases in the country are in 5 states. In view of the challenges being faced by the large cities, it was discussed to augment testing as well as the number of beds and services to effectively handle the peak surge of daily cases. The Prime Minister took cognizance of the recommendations of the empowered group on city and district-wise requirements of hospitals and isolation beds. He instructed Health Ministry officials to undertake emergency planning in consultation with the states and the union territories. Mr. Modi advised the Health Ministry to ensure suitable preparations in view of the start of the monsoon season. The present and emerging scenario of the COVID-19 disease in the capital was discussed and the projections for the next 2 months was deliberated. The Prime Minister also appreciated outstanding work done by several states, districts and cities in containing and controlling the COVID-19 successfully.
Home Minister Amit Shah will hold a meeting with Delhi Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal and Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal today to review the situation in the national capital regarding COVID-19. Senior members of the State Disaster Management Authority will also attend the meeting. Mr. Shah will also be meeting with the mayors of municipal corporations of Delhi later in the evening today. Union Health Minister Dr. Harshvardhan, Director AIIMS Dr. Randeep Guleria and other senior officers will be present in both these meetings. The dual meeting has been called by the Home Minister in the wake of rising cases of coronavirus in the national capital, which is the 3rd highest. The Supreme Court had pulled up the Delhi government on the state of affairs in the hospitals. A report from our correspondent.
The 2 meetings of Home Minister Amit Shah slated today holds high significance in the wake of rising cases in the city. The total number of cases in Delhi has touched 36,824. Death toll in the national capital has reached 1,214. In the wake of rising cases, Delhi Lieutenant Governor has constituted an expert advisory committee to advise Delhi Disaster Management Authority on various aspects of COVID-19 management in the city. The committee will give advice on the challenges being faced in Delhi and suggest measures to ramp up medical infrastructure. It will also advise Disaster Management Authority on the integration of measures being taken by various agencies for the effective mitigation of COVID-19. Director General of Indian Council of Medical Research, Director of AIIMS New Delhi and Director NCDC are part of the committee. With Anand Chaturvedi, Anupam Mishra, AR News Delhi.
The Ministry of Health and Family Welfare has issued the clinical management protocol for COVID-19. Loss of smell and loss of taste are included as new symptoms of coronavirus amongst others. The Health Ministry suggested that investigational therapies and drugs, remdesivir, convalescent plasma therapy, tocilizumab and hydroxychloroquine should only be used in a defined subgroup of COVID patients. Ministry advised that remdesivir may be considered in patients with moderate disease who are on oxygen. Convalescent plasma may be considered in patients with moderate disease whose oxygen requirement is progressively increasing despite the use of steroids. In the case of convalescent plasma therapy, it is advised the recipient should be closely monitored for several hours post-transfusion for any transfusion-related adverse events, and its use should be avoided in patients with IgA deficiency or immunoglobulin allergy. The central government has said that the recovery rate reached to 49.94% in the country and 1,54,330 people affected with coronavirus have been cured. During the last 24 hours, 7,135 people have recovered from this virus. Total active corona cases in the country is 1,45,779. Health and Family Welfare Ministry said 11,458 new cases of COVID-19 have been reported in the last 24 hours, taking the total number of cases to 3,08,993 in the country. This is the highest spike in fresh cases in one day since the outbreak of coronavirus in the country. During the last 24 hours, 386 deaths have been registered, taking the nationwide toll to 8,884. With this, the case fatality rate reached at 2.87% in the country. Indian Council of Medical Research said that a total of 1,43,737 tests for coronavirus were conducted in the countries by various laboratories in the last 24 hours.
Tamilnadu government has approved another laboratory under the private sector to test samples for the SARS-CoV-2 virus. With this, the number of COVID-19 testing labs in the state has increased to 79. They include 45 in government facilities. Meanwhile, the total infected COVID-19 cases in Tamil Nadu has climbed to 42,687, with 1,989 people tested positive yesterday. 1,487 of the new cases are reported from Chennai. The active caseload is 18,878 as informed by the State Health Department in a media bulletin. The results of 585 more samples are awaited. A record 30 deaths in the last 24 hours takes the fatalities to 397. More from our correspondent.
The Tamilnadu Health Department is planning to mobilize 81 rapid response mobile medical teams for deployment in Chennai and its adjoining districts. It is aimed at responding quickly to the growing pandemic in the region. 61 such teams would be pressed into service in Chennai, where the caseload is the maximum in the state. A release from the government says the mobile medical teams will be conducting fever screening camps to identify hidden COVID-19 cases in susceptible streets for isolation and treatment, and also monitor the health of people under home quarantine. Jai Singh, AR News, Chennai.
In our series Experts Speak, we bring you the views of leading medical experts in COVID-19. Dr. Anand Mohan, head of pulmonary medicine, AIIMS, has advised people not to take medicines like hydroxychloroquine or antimalarial without a prescription by a doctor.
Please do not take medicines such as azithromycin, other antibiotics, antivirals or hydroxychloroquine or other antimalarials without a proper prescription by a doctor. Do not self-medicate.
The News Services Division of All India Radio, in its bilingual live phone-in program today, will bring you a special discussion program on COVID-19. Dr. K. Srinath Reddy, President, Public Health Foundation of India, will participate in the discussion. Listeners can ask questions to the experts on toll-free telephone numbers 1-800-115-767. You can also ask questions on telephone number 011-2331-4444 and post queries on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts by #AskAIR. This can be heard tonight on FM Gold channel and additional frequencies from 9:30 p.m. onwards. Atomic Energy Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh has said Bhabha Atomic Research Centre, BARC, Mumbai, has developed high-quality face mask which uses HEPA filter and will be very cost-effective. Referring to some of the major activities and initiatives of the Department of Atomic Energy during the last 1 year, Dr. Singh complimented the scientific fraternity for coming to the support of society in the wake of COVID-19 pandemic. In addition to the high-quality face masks, he informed that the atomic scientists have also developed the protocol for reuse of personal protective equipment, PPEs. Dr. Singh said government has extended the activities of atomic atomic energy to different parts of the country. He informed that the work is in progress to set up the first nuclear plant in North India.
Arogyapath, a web-based solution for the healthcare supply chain, was launched to serve manufacturers, suppliers and customers to effectively deal with the COVID-19 pandemic. This national healthcare supply chain portal will remove supply chain bottlenecks during the COVID-19 pandemic. The vision of this initiative is to set up an information management and forecasting database platform at national level. It will capture demand and supply scenarios for key healthcare need items. This public platform will help healthcare users like hospitals, pathology laboratories, research institutes, medical colleges and patients.
You are listening to the morning news on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reviews COVID-19 situation in the country, asks officials to augment testing, number of beds and services to handle peak of pandemic. Home Minister Amit Shah to hold meeting with Delhi Lieutenant Governor and Chief Minister to discuss corona crisis in the national capital. Loss of smell and taste included as new symptoms of coronavirus. Institute of Company Secretaries postpones its June session examinations till August. Monsoon enters Maharashtra and Bihar after covering the entire Odisha and Jharkhand. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
अपने साथ अपनों का ध्यान रखो, बड़े बुजुर्गों का तुम ध्यान रखो, तो बात करो, कुछ मदद करो, कोरोना के चलते याद रखो, घर से निकलो तो मास्क पहनना, मास्क के पीछे मुस्कुराना, सुरक्षित दादा दादी नाना नानी अभियान, अपने साथ अपनों का ध्यान.
The Institute of Company Secretaries of India, ICSI, has postponed examinations for the June session to August. The June session examinations for Foundation Program, Executive Program, Professional Program and Post-Membership Qualification PMQ have been postponed. The examinations would now be held from August 18th to the 28th. These examinations were scheduled to be conducted from the 6th of next month to July the 16th. The first CS Executive Entrance Test, CSEET, is also postponed from the 17th of this month to August 29th, and the last date for registration for CSEET is now 27th of next month. Haryana government has decided to conduct examinations of final year students in the universities, colleges and technical education institutions of the state from the 1st to the 31st of July. The results of these exams will be declared by August the 7th. The mode of examination will be conventional and all norms of social distancing, sanitization, etc., as notified by Union Ministries of Home Affairs and State Government, will be followed strictly by all universities and colleges. For the students from outside Haryana who cannot appear for the exams, the average of all previous examinations may be taken and they can sit in the exam later for improvement of grades. Jammu and Kashmir has registered 3 more deaths due to COVID-19 pandemic, taking the toll of deaths due to the virus to 56, including 50 from Kashmir and 6 from Jammu division. The 3 fresh deaths include a 75-year-old male from Kantabagh, Baramulla, a retired doctor from Paripora, Srinagar, who died at JVC Bemina, and a 60-year-old resident from Shopian district of South Kashmir, who breathed his last at SMHS Hospital, Srinagar. In the last 24 hours, 148 new cases were also reported, taking the total cases to 4,878. Moreover, 183 more COVID-19 patients have recovered, taking the total recoveries to 2,269.
The number of active cases of COVID-19 continues to remain below 3,000 for the 15th consecutive day yesterday in Rajasthan. The recovery rate of the COVID-19 patients has also improved to more than 74% in the state. 3 out of every 4 COVID patients have recovered. More from our correspondent.
The number of COVID patients has gone up to 12,401 with 333 patients tested positive in the state yesterday. The number of active patients has increased to 532 after 75 persons found positive in Jodhpur, which is the highest in the entire state. Bharatpur district also has more than 500 active patients. The curfew continues in more than 50 villages there. Curfew continues in 238 places of 52 police stations of Jaipur. Meanwhile, normal life is returning to the track swiftly in the entire state. Economic activities are also getting up the pace. All protocol related to social distancing and sanitization is being followed at shopping malls, hotels and restaurants. Jitendra Dwivedi, AIR News, Jaipur.
In Gujarat, the total number of positive cases crossed the 23,000 mark today, with the addition of 517 cases in the last 24 hours. This is the highest number of cases detected in a single day so far. As per the statement issued by the State Health Department, 33 patients died due to the virus yesterday. Meanwhile, as part of the Smart City project, Ahmedabad Municipal Corporation has started issuing e-challan to the people not wearing masks in the public. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath-led government is taking all steps for the welfare of migrant labourers and workers in the state. The government is sending financial assistance in their bank accounts through Direct Benefit Transfer (DBT) and also providing kits of raw food material in this time of crisis due to COVID-19. Almost 35 lakh workers have returned to the state due to lockdown trouble. More from our correspondent.
Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath online transferred rupees 104 crore 82 lakh through DBT in account of 10 lakh with 48,166 laborers yesterday. Through this financial assistance, 1,000 rupees is being provided as maintenance to each worker. The Chief Minister said that food kits containing raw food items are also being provided to the returned workers. He said so far 14 lakh families have been provided ration kits. The government is committed for employment to migrant workers and action is being taken to constitute a commission for the purpose. The Chief Minister said that the state government is continuously working for the welfare of the workers and Atal residential schools are being established in all the divisions of the state to provide level education to their children. MS Yadav, AIR News, Lucknow.
Chhattisgarh Police has launched a campaign, Spandan, to protect the Jawans from depression and stress. Director General of Police D.M. Avasthi recently initiated this campaign from a Maoist-affected Kanker district of Bastar division. More from our Raipur correspondent.
More than 50 police personnel, including personnel of paramilitary forces, committed suicide in Chhattisgarh over the past 2 years. Apart from this, Jawans opening fire on their colleagues were also reported in recent years. Taking a stock of these increasing incidents, the Chhattisgarh police has launched a campaign named Spandan. Detailed guidelines in this regard have been issued to all superintendents of police and commandants. Under this campaign, yoga classes, music therapy, interactive programs and counseling from psychologists will be organized for Jawans. Senior police officers will visit police lines, police stations and armed forces companies and spend time with the Jawans in order to be aware of their problems. A special app is being prepared for monitoring the problems of police personnel. Through this app, policemen and their families will be able to communicate their problems to the concerned officials. Vikalp Shukla, AIR News, Raipur.
In West Bengal, 454 people were tested corona positive in the last 24 hours. With this, 10,698 people have been infected by the virus in the state so far. More from our correspondent.
The rate of corona infections are increasing day by day in the state. 12 persons were died of the disease in last 24 hours, taking the death toll to 463. Altogether, 5,693 corona positive patients are under treatment at different hospitals. Over 4,540 patients have been released from hospitals after recovery. The rate of recovery of corona positive cases stands at over 42%. In view of state of the disease, the state government has decided to extend the leave in educational institutions till next month. Orijit Chakraborty, AIR News, Kolkata.
In this hour of crisis arising out of the corona epidemic, there are many people who lost their livelihood, but in this difficult time, many noble hearts are coming forward to help the needy. Affluent farmers in Madhya Pradesh have created a unique grain bank, Anaj Bank, to help the needy. A report of our Bhopal correspondent.
The wealthy farmers of the villages of Parasiya Development Block of Chhindwara district have created a unique grain bank by collecting grains among themselves so that they can provide food for the migrant laborers as well as the needy. More than 23 quintals of wheat have been stored in this grain bank within a few days. Patwari Rajesh Chaurasia, who is behind the idea of this grain bank, told AIR that how the poor are being helped through this bank.
20-25 समृद्ध किसानों के द्वारा गेहूं दान किया गया, जिससे कि हम लोगों ने अनाज बैंक की स्थापना की और वह अनाज बैंक से हमने 10-12 क्विंटल के पैकेट बना के जरूरतमंदों में बंटवाए.
This grain bank is proving to be a boon for the needy. This unique initiative has been appreciated by the general public as well as District Collector Saurabh Suman.
वर्तमान में भी अभी उस ग्राम पंचायत में लगभग 15 क्विंटल अनाज शेष बचा हुआ है और आने वाले समय में अन्य लोगों को भी वहां पे जिनको आवश्यकता पड़ेगी मदद उपलब्ध कराती.
The grain bank has become the ray of hope for the needy. With Rakesh Prajapati from Chhindwara, Sanjeev Sharma, AIR News, Bhopal.
Maharashtra yesterday witnessed yet another spike in coronavirus infections, reporting 3,427 new cases and 113 deaths, taking the total number of cases to 1,04,568 and the death toll to 3,830. 49,346 patients have recovered. 51,392 are active cases and around more than 6,41,441 people have been tested in the state. Of the total cases, 78,134 cases were concentrated in the Mumbai Metropolitan Region MMR, which has reported 2,650 deaths.
Southwest monsoon has entered Maharashtra and Bihar after covering the entire Odisha and Jharkhand. Monsoon has arrived in many parts of Maharashtra, including Mumbai, which received rainfall yesterday. According to the Met Office, monsoon is expected to cover the rest of Maharashtra in the next 24 hours. More from our correspondent.
Heavy clouds have been witnessed in some part of Maharashtra, including Mumbai, and Weather Department has forecast that monsoon is expected to cover the rest of Maharashtra today. According to IMD, the southwest monsoon has already arrived in Maharashtra and in Mumbai, with rain splashing some coastal part of the state. Monsoon has already covered most part of Konkan, Marathwada, and Vidarbha. In the next 24 hours, it is expected that the entire state will be lashed by monsoon rain. The Kolaba weather station in Mumbai recorded 1.5 mm rainfall between 8:30 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. on Saturday, while the Santa Cruz Bureau recorded 2.1 mm rainfall during the same period. Pooja Pal, AIR News, Mumbai.
Monsoon has also entered Bihar, Bhagalpur, Purnia and Katihar districts experienced monsoon rains. This is the earliest entry of monsoon in the state in over a decade. Araria, Kishanganj, Katihar, Bhagalpur and Banka districts are all likely to receive rainfall today. The intensity of downpour is likely to intensify from tomorrow. According to the Met Department, Bihar is expected to get 96% rainfall this year. Monsoon has covered all parts of Jharkhand 2 days ahead of its schedule this year. It entered the state through Jamshedpur on Friday. Almost the entire state is expected to experience rain during the next 5 days. More from our correspondent.
Director of Meteorological Department in Ranchi, Dr. S.D. Kotal, told AIR News that due to the low pressure area caused by cyclonic storm Amphan in Bay of Bengal, monsoon has reached Jharkhand 2 days ahead of its schedule. He said that due to monsoon there is a possibility of heavy cloud cover and moderate to heavy rainfall in the entire Jharkhand for the next 5 days. According to the Meteorological Department, light to moderate rainfall was recorded at many places in the state due to monsoon in the last 24 hours. Due to the change in weather for the last 2 days, people in almost every part of the state have got relief from the rising heat waves. During the last 24 hours, the average maximum relative humidity has also been recorded as 95% in the state. Shilpi, AIR News, Ranchi.
In Odisha, monsoon covered all the 30 districts. Met Office said the movement of the monsoon was facilitated to a great extent by a low-pressure area formed over the east central Bay of Bengal.
Raja Parba, Odisha's 3-day unique festival celebrating the onset of monsoon and the earth's womanhood, begins from today. As a mark of respect towards the earth during her menstruation days, all agricultural works like ploughing, sowing are suspended for 3 days. A report.
This year, most of the people engaging themselves in indoor activities and celebrating Raja with their family members in view of COVID-19. The weekend shutdown in place of 11 districts has also robbed the festival of its sheen. Odisha government has banned any kind of congregation between 13 to 16 June in several districts. Raja Sankranti is the first day of Asara month. The festival is essentially the celebration of Earth's womanhood. It is believed that during this time the Mother Earth or Bhudevi undergoes menstruation. The fourth day is the day of purification bath. As it is a celebration of womanhood, a lot of the focus is on young girls who wear new clothes, apply alta on their feet and enjoying folk songs while swinging on decorated rope swings. Iti Shri Singh Rathore, AIR News, Cuttack.
Now let's take a look at the weather forecast for today. The national capital Delhi will generally have cloudy sky with light rain or drizzle. Minimum temperature recorded was 28 and maximum will remain around 39 degrees. In Mumbai, the minimum temperature will be 25 degrees and the maximum will be around 32 degrees. Chennai will have a generally cloudy sky. The minimum temperature would be 27 degrees Celsius. The maximum is expected to go to 39 degrees Celsius. In Kolkata, the minimum temperature is going to be 26 degrees Celsius, while the maximum will be around 30 degrees. In Chandigarh, the minimum temperature will be 29 degrees and the maximum will be around 40 degrees. In Dehradun, the minimum temperature will be 25 degrees Celsius and the maximum is expected to be at 33 degrees Celsius.
Hyderabad, expected generally cloudy sky with intermittent rain. The minimum temperature 24 degrees Celsius, maximum would be around 29 degrees Celsius. Bengaluru, the minimum temperature of 20 degrees Celsius and the maximum is expected at 28 degrees Celsius. Ahmedabad received heavy rain this morning. The minimum temperature was 23 degrees Celsius while the maximum will be 36 degrees Celsius. In the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, the minimum temperature was 24 degrees Celsius, while the maximum would be around 38 degrees Celsius. Srinagar, the minimum temperature was 14 degrees Celsius, while maximum would be around 28 degrees Celsius. In Gilgit, the minimum temperature was 18 and maximum will be around 31 degrees Celsius. There will be a partly cloudy sky with possibility of rain or thunderstorm or dust storm. Muzaffarabad is likely to have mainly clear sky, becoming partly cloudy towards afternoon or evening. The city recorded minimum temperature of 16 degrees Celsius. The maximum would be around 34 degrees Celsius.
The International Day of Yoga will be celebrated on the 21st of June. Ayush Minister Shripad Yesu Naik has urged everyone to participate in the Yoga Day from their home as this year no public congregation has been planned due to COVID-19 pandemic. He has also urged everyone to participate in My Life, My Yoga, the international video blogging contest announced by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Speaking exclusively to AIR News, Director of Morarji Desai National Institute of Yoga, Dr. Ishwar Basibareddy said, yoga can provide great relief from both physical and mental stress.
We have several practices like yogasana, pranayama and meditation or dhyana. Medically speaking, many of the physiological and biochemical tests conducted which shows that it is helping to reduce the stress, anxiety, is a physiological and biochemical parameter. But at the same time, mental health is not just keeping our body fit and these medical parameters, but it is above all how we react and behave in extreme conditions. That's the most important thing.
And now, an overview of today's newspapers. The urgent situation due to the rising of the coronavirus cases in Delhi dominates the front pages of most newspapers today. Plan needed to curb COVID-19 spread in Delhi, PM at review, reports the Times of India. The Hindustan Times informs, capital details plan to use hotels in COVID war and adds, not wearing a mask will attract a fine of ₹500 from today. In its front page, the Hindu reports, China border situation under control, says Army Chief. The Indian Express adds, Army Chief, disengagement started from Galwan, both doing it in a phased manner. In some good news from the economy, the Times of India reports, revival sign, hiring up in some sectors. And finally, the Hindustan Times notes, IMA passing out parade conducted without parents amid virus curves in a departure from practice due to restrictions imposed to contain COVID-19.
And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi reviews COVID-19 situation in the country, asks officials to augment testing, number of beds and services to handle peak of pandemic. Home Minister Amit Shah to hold meeting with Delhi Lieutenant Governor and Chief Minister to discuss corona crisis in the national capital. Loss of smell and taste included as new symptoms of coronavirus. Institute of Company Secretaries postpones its June session examinations till August. Monsoon enters Maharashtra and Bihar after covering entire Odisha and Jharkhand. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.